Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm starting a new series on a very important aspect of software development lifecycle, which is monitoring and logging. After provisioning your server, making your deployment, you want to get metrics of the things going on there. And I'm going to be working with Prometheus. Prometheus is a monitoring and alerting system too. And I'm going to be showing you how to make use of Prometheus to monitor your server. My name is Damilare Odunesi. I'm a DevOps engineer. I hope you will enjoy this video. Do well to like, share, and give your comment. Thank you. Let's get started. So for this, we're going to be using Prometheus server. And this is a diagram to illustrate what we're going to be doing. So we're going to have a server that will install the Prometheus on. I'm going to call that server Prometheus server. Please note that we're going to be using AWS EC2 for this tutorial. We're going to be using AWS basically to run our server. So we're going to provision an EC2 and call it Prometheus server, and then we're going to install the Prometheus on it. Then we're going to configure the Prometheus.yaml file. I'm going to show you all of that. Then we're going to run the Prometheus. This is just a basic illustration of what will happen at the Prometheus end of the server. And then for each server that we want to scrape with this Prometheus for the monitoring, we're going to install a node exporter on each of those servers. So you can scrape as many servers as you want. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to use one example of a server. So we're going to be scraping one server. So I'm going to name the server. Then I'm going to install a node exporter on it. Then run the node exporter. Now, after running that, or before running that, there is a configuration of this server which we have to update here, like the IP, the ports, and all. I'm going to show you all of that. So this is just a basic diagram to illustrate what we're about to do. And like I told you, we're going to be using AWS. So here is my AWS console. So I'm going to my EC2. So let me launch EC2. Wait for it. Okay. We don't have any EC2 running at the moment, so let me just launch this. Then we're going to. As you can see, we don't have any instance running at the moment, so we're going to launch a new instance. We're going to call it. I'm going to name this server Prometheus server. Prometheus server. That's the name I'm going to call it. And for this, I'm going to be using Ubuntu. Don't forget, Ubuntu is a variant of Linux OS. So I'm going to be using Ubuntu. So you can also do this on any Ubuntu. However, there will be a few things you may need to install. I'll show you that once we launch this out. So we are going to. I'm using Ubuntu, and then I'm using the free tier. So of course, I'm using T2 Micro, and for the key pair, I want to access this server terminal through the web. So I'm going to be using AWS terminal through the web. So I'm not going to be creating any key pair. But if you want to you want to SSH to this server, maybe through your laptop or your local machine and all, then you need to create your key pair, which will enable you to access this. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to be doing everything on the browser. So I'm leaving that. Now we need to create a security group. So I'm going to it's going to create the security group launch wizard one, and that's the security group we're going to be using for this tutorial. and there will be a few configuration we're going to do on it. I'm going to show you when we get to that stage. So let's just leave everything at default and launch the instance. All right. Okay, this was a previously terminated. Let me just look for the instance that is running. Okay, this is the instance we're using. So this this was okay. This has been terminated. It was a previous instance which I terminated already. So we're using this instance, this one. So to connect, since you see it running this way, it means the instance is up, and you can see our public IP for this instance, which will enable you to do the connection. So like I told you, I'm going to be connecting using the browser terminal. So you click connect there, then you come here. If you are using SSH and you want to connect through your browser, then you are going to be coming here, SSH client. Then you have to edit this. I believe you understand how to do this, but I'm not doing this. I want to use EC2 instance connect. So I just connect, click connect. It's going to open a terminal for me. Let's wait for it. Okay, my terminal is up. Now here's the difference between this terminal which and you using for instance, maybe you have your Ubuntu that is installed and not your Ubuntu on AWS. You might need to do some installation. For instance, the Ubuntu from AWS has a few pre-installation like wget. It's a pre-installed. It has been pre-installed. The same thing as Nano, and these are things that I'm going to be using in this tutorial. So I'm just saying this. So if you are actually running this on your locally installed Ubuntu, then you need to install some of these packages so that you can be able to use them. So the next thing now, since my terminal is up, let me clear the screen. Let me clear the screen and let me just okay. Let me see what is in there. You see, there's nothing there. These are just config. These are just installation packages that came with the OS. So I want to pull the Prometheus now. So I'm going to copy and paste a command line here, and I'm going to explain it. Okay, this is the command line we're going to be using. Like I told you, I said we are using wget. Wget is a command in Bash. So if you understand Linux, you understand is an installation command. So what this command is doing is I'm pulling Prometheus repository, which is on GitHub. So I'm going to show you how I got this, just for you in case you might not want to. For instance, I'm using version 2.50. So I want to show you how I got this. So let's go to Prometheus, just prometheus.io. So under prometheus.io, just click on download. Okay, so you see these are Prometheus packages. You have this is for this Darwin OS. This is for Windows OS. But because I'm using Ubuntu, and I told you Ubuntu is just a variant of Linux, so I have to use this. Now, if you for instance install this, on Linux, you are going to have issues. You will be throwing a binary error. So, because it's not a package for Linux, so you have to be careful. Now, how do I get this? When you look at this text, this is an hyperlink text. It means it has its hyperlink link which has been attached. So if you just copy this text, you are just going to end up copying the text. So what you do is you right click on it, depends on the laptop you're using, either Mac or Windows. You right click, then you copy link address. So that's what you do. For instance, if I copy this link address now, and let me just paste it here for you to see what's going to show me. So you can see this is the link address, and that was how I got what we have here. So I'm just showing you that. So yes, we have it now, and this is you can see is a tar file. So what is happening here is that it's going to pull this, and I have to unzip this file. So let's just pull it down first. So we have the file here. Let's see. Let's see. So this is it. So I have the Prometheus on this server now, but we can't use it this way. So we have to pull it. So we're going to use a command to do that, to unzip it, which is xvfs. Is then you put the name, this name that I copied there. Yes. So now we have it here. So the next thing now is to let's see. Okay, so this file. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to cd into this file because that's the file we're going to be using. Cd. So okay, so we are in it now. Let me see what's in it. Let's show. Okay, we just have this. We have these are some of the packages that come with that. So what I want to show you here is this. You see this prometheus.yaml file. This is where you do all of your configuration for the scraping. This is where you put your job codes and all. Let me show you what is in there. Let me show you. So for every time you pull Prometheus, you are going to have this. It comes with it. Let me show you how it looks. Though we are going to edit this file to our taste. So let me just say nano. Okay, Prometheus.yaml. So this is what you are going to see on it. When you look at what's here, you see the global, you see scrape interval, you see 5 seconds. It means for every 5 seconds, this file is going to be scraping for every server that is connected to this Prometheus to scrape, and it will be showing, giving the report, monitoring, and all that. And this is where we are going to put all those server. This is where we're going to put all those configuration and all. So I'm going to delete all of this and paste the code that I want to use. So just let me just go back. So you can see I've deleted that and I've pasted my code that I want to use. So this is the code and this is how I want it to look. You can see it's scraping every 30 seconds. And this is the job name Prometheus. And this is, for now, we're using a target local host. Now, what this means is that I want this Prometheus to first scrape its own server, which is the localhost, and we are opening it on that server is going to be opened on port 9090. By default, Prometheus opens on port 9090. Of course, you can change that if you really understand what you're doing, but by default, Prometheus uses port 9090. So I think that's that, and let me just save this. Okay, just for us to be sure, let me just sorry, um, let me just to save my time. Let's be sure that it's it. Yeah, okay, so we have it here. So that's it. So as it is now, we have our Prometheus. It's up here. So the next thing now is to run this Prometheus. So how do you run this Prometheus? You can see you're going to there's you can see this Prometheus, this, okay. So this is the code to run it. You put dot slash Prometheus, then dash dash. I want to use a config file. So okay, when you look at this, you see how you see this. So what this code is saying is that hey, run this Prometheus, and you should run this Prometheus based on this file. So this is my config file prometheus.yaml, which is this. So it's going to be running based on the configuration I have on this. And now I can just click enter and it will start running. So as it is now, our Prometheus is running already. And how do we know? Let's come back here and then launch it. This is our Prometheus. So I'm going to open the port. We have to open the port address. Now this is going to throw error. Now I have to show you why it's going to throw that error. Number one thing is this. Uh, when you look at, you remember we were using port 9090. So when you have to come to your security group here. So let me open the security group which we use. Okay. Sorry, I think let me just go back for ease. I want to show you something there. Okay, so this is still the server. So when you come here, security, it's a way you can always see. So you can see this is the security group we use, Launch Wizard 1. So I'm going to click on it. So I'm going to edit that security group to open port 9090. So this is, so you come here, edit inbound rules. So you come here, you add, just put it here, 90, 90. And I want it to open from anywhere. So with this, just save the rule. So we have opened our port 9090 with this. Now that port 9090 is open, when you come here, so you just open this server and make it to be at port 9090. Port 9090. However, this might still will still not run because of this. So you have to remove this HTTPS. You have to remove the S because you don't have SSL, except you have SSL on that server. So this now is going to open my Prometheus. You can see fast. So I want to see if my Prometheus is open and if it is running already. So I'm going to come here and go to target. Don't forget I targeted our localhost. So it is it. You can see localhost 9090 is running already. So I can see the metrics of this very localhost. But like I told you, we want to scrape other servers. So now I'm going to create the server that we want to scrape. So let's go back. Let's go back. So I'm going to be creating another server. So we have the Prometheus that is running. So let's launch another server. So this time around, we are creating the node exporter server. So let me just name it node exporter. Node exporter. So okay. Okay, I'm going to be using the same thing. I'm going to be using Ubuntu. I'm going to be using Ubuntu. Same way, I don't want to create a key pair. So I'm going to be using this. And then I want to use the same security group that I'm using for that. So I'm going to be using the same launch wizard one. So I'm using same security. You could create another security group if you like, but I just want to use that one. So I'm going to launch it. Just leave everything at default and then launch it. So, okay, so we have a node, we have the server, okay, pending. So this is the server node exporter pending. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Still pending. Let's wait for it. Okay, I think it's running now. So now that it's running, let's connect to it. Same way we connected then. So I'm going to be using so I'm going to be copying a few line of codes here, and I'm going to be explaining them. Okay, so we have our node explorer. Let me see what's there. Okay, just the basic file. So I'm going to paste the same wget the same way. Now I'm going to explain this too. You can see this time around it is Node Exporter and I'm using version 1.6. Like I show you then let me show you still under the same Prometheus. This is Prometheus. So for Node Exporter you come down. I think it's somewhere here, down, down, down. Okay, this is Node Exporter. So you can see we have latest version of version 1.7.0, but I'm using version 1.6, I think. So you can just decide to use this if that's what you want. So I have the file. So let me just click enter and then have it down. So let me check. Okay, so I have it. So let me unzip it. Same way we did the other one then. So it's the same method straight away. So you just star xvfs, then paste it. All right. So let me see. Okay. So just cd into this folder. So let's see what's there. So these are your node. This is it. So you have this, the node, and all. So this one is just so simple. Once you have this, your node exporter here, all you need to do is just run it, which is this dot slash, and then you just run this. Yes. So you can see. So on this server now, we have node exporter running. So what is the next thing? The next thing is to go and update the details of this server on our Prometheus so that our Prometheus can begin to scrape this server and we can be able to see the activities of this server on our Prometheus for monitoring. So here is how we do it. We go back to our Prometheus terminal. Don't forget this terminal. So you have to So you have to first of all, you have to stop this server. So you just Ctrl X and have it stop. sorry. Okay, Control C. So you have the server stopped already. Okay, so we are going to nano Prometheus. So what I'm trying to do here is to edit the YAML file and update it with uh, the new server, which is this, where we have the node exporter. So what the only thing I'm going to do here is to paste a new code. Here is the code, and when you look at this code, it's saying another job, and this job is Prometheus. Let me just edit a few things here. For instance, this indentation is not good, and if you are not careful on this, your YAML file is going to have a big problem. So let me fix the indentation. Sorry. So after fixing the indentation, okay, when you look at this, so I'm going to edit this. I'm going to edit this part. Okay, also remember to do this. So I'm calling this job no server. Sorry, node exporter. So I'm going to, the only part I want to edit is this place. I'm going to edit it with the IP address of the node exporter server. I'm going to copy that now. I think let's go back here. So what's the IP address of this? Come here. Let's see. This is the IP address. So just copy it and then paste it here. Where is it? Sorry. Okay, here. So, and then, okay, so it's on port 9100. So the fact that now that it is on port 9100, I have to also open this port on my security group. Else, this server will still not run. So, okay, so I'm done with this. Let me just save the file. So let me be sure that it's saved. Yes. Okay, so it's fine. So this is fine now. So we can run this node exporter again. Sorry, this Prometheus again with this. So the Prometheus is running now. And when we go here, let me see where, okay, this. So let's see the status. Let me just toggle, then come back and see. Okay, you can see it's already seeing this, but it's not running. So I have to go and open the port in the security group. So don't forget how we did it then. So we have the security group. This is it. So I'm going to open port 9100. Okay, where's it? Edit and boundary. So add, I'm going to add a new root, port 9100. Then from everywhere, and that's it. Save. So now that it is saved, let's come here and see. You can see, so it's hub. So we have a node exporter. Here is it. It is hub. We have a Prometheus. It's hub. So what that means is that at the moment, this Prometheus is getting metrics from this node exporter server. You can have as many server as possible, hundreds of servers. So from this dashboard, you will be able to monitor them and be able to check the things that are going on in those servers. And this is just the beginning. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you several other things that we want to that we will be monitoring. So this is it. This is just the basic setup of Prometheus server and the node exporter. So I believe you like the video. So I'm going to see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you're able to work with the Prometheus. There is a better way to use Prometheus than this, and that is what I'm going to be dealing with in the next video. Because if you're working on a live project, this is not the best way to use Prometheus. And in my next video, I'm going to show you why you should not use it this way, and I'm going to show you a better solution. I'll see you in my next video. Do well to subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on your notification button, share this video with as many as you can. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.